Okay, hey y'all. I just had to come on here because I just need to rant and chat with y'all because I haven't filmed a video in like a really long time because I'm like pretty unstable like physically right now. Not like, I'll explain, not in a concerning sense, but like I got a house. And I'm really happy because when I came to see it, I'm showing y'all the room. It was like exactly what I had wanted. This window is broken. But um like something in me was really hesitating to like move on it. So I went and saw another property and I'm renting, by the way. I'm not, someone thought I was owning these properties. But also there's trigger warning. I'm gonna talk about sexual harassment and um pests. The pest. The pest, you guys. So yeah. If you don't want to hear about that, go ahead and click off because I don't know when I'm gonna start talking about those things. But yeah, I've been like really unstable. Like I left my first Airbnb, that camper that I was in, and I like booked another place and that fell through. I didn't like panic or anything. I'm yawning because like I've been feeling really uncomfortable like for the last couple hours, but my nervous system's like relaxing because I'm finally releasing like just by talking. Oh, yeah, that fell through. I didn't panic or anything. I went to a library and I had a really nice time at the library. I've been like coping with overwhelm and uncertainty by playing Overwatch, which has actually been really fun because I play Mercy and Symmetra. Symmetra was my first main, but I can't aim. So, I picked up Mercy and I play Mercy mainly. But she got a rework and she's much better in the game now, and I've been having a really fun time playing her. And I haven't been climbing because I'm in like low plat. Low plat, but I'm in gold right now. Like, what the fuck? And I keep getting flamed. And then someone was like, well, you're getting flamed because you don't do damage. But like, babe, I'm Mercy. I'm not. I'm not. Oop. I turned my phone off. I'm not playing to do damage. I'm playing, you know, to be cute. I wish I could do damage. Sometimes I eat on Sim. Actually, every time I play Sim, I be carrying. But it stresses me out. It really stresses me out. So I just like to play Mercy because it's so like, oh, yay, yay. It's so fun. So like I've been playing a lot of Overwatch and like not really doing much, but I'm gonna get into that because I just feel like I have a bunch of blocks going on right now. Or just like it's like so mental. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna like tell you all about them. So, anyways, that Airbnb fell through. I was like hanging out at the library playing Overwatch, and then I chatted with this girl who was a witch, and that was really fun. And she was telling me she was like neurodivergent, so she said like her practice and witchy stuff was like her special interest. So she just kind of like chatted about with me about that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of didn't like it because she was just like, no hate if that's something that you do, but like I was like, okay, I'm not, I don't consider myself a witch. Sometimes I do like witchy things, but more so just for fun. If you are a witch though, like no hate or anything. I try to do rituals and stuff, but it just doesn't resonate with me. Um, as in like I tried it out. Like it was a moment. Uh, anyways, I ended up getting another Airbnb going there, and this one was great. It had a washing machine, so I was able to do my laundry, which I hadn't done properly in like weeks. I'm not trying to be gross. Like I was just cleaning my stuff in the sink at my first Airbnb because I didn't really feel a need to go to a laundromat or a desire to. So I just like did laundry there, which was amazing, and it was super clean there, and I really liked it. But there was this man who was staying there, and we got along. Oh my god, I'm like all flush in my cheeks. We got along really quickly. He was like twice my age, like he was old, and he was drunk. Like he was like tipsy when I like met him. But like I don't know, I was just bored and hadn't interacted with anyone in a while, so we just like hit it off. And then we were chatting for like, swear to God, 11 hours straight, just like hanging out. And then tell me why this man put his appendage in my face. Yes, that one. That's a trigger warning. Sorry, y'all. I didn't say it first, but I was like, what the hell? And like, I'm not even gonna get into that experience because I just can't talk about it right now. Like, it was so weird. Like, the energy was like so weird, you guys. Like, it was weird. And then I stayed up like all night, like processing it, not in like a what just happened to me way, just like I was like drunk. No, I wasn't. Let me bring that back down. I had a lot of alcohol in my system. I was not drunk. Um, and like I hadn't eaten the best food, so my stomach was really upset, and like that had happened. And like I couldn't shift into like sleep, so I just stayed up like the whole night, and then I like the next day I had to go tour the last property that I was gonna see before selecting this place. And when I left that Airbnb, my body was like, we can't go back there. And I was like, well, I can't go back there. Like that would traumatize me if I like forced myself to stay there. But the night before, I wasn't planning on not going back. Like I was fine to like even hang out with him the next day, but then I was like, no, no, like that's not a safe place for me. And so I like the most stressful piece of that situation was getting my stuff out of the Airbnb because I didn't want him to talk to me. And there was this Buddhist couple that was staying there, and their energy was like really nice. It was like very childlike in the sense of like, I don't know, like they were just really kind and like creative and fun, but like fun in the way of like they just, I don't know, like let themselves be. Like I had never been around people who practice Buddhism, and like I'll share this because I think it is significant. They're from India, they're not from the United States. And it was really nice to just like talk with them. I like told them what happened, and they were like, that is not okay. Like this is a public space or like private, but like, you know what I mean? Like this is not your home. And they were like, that is not okay. Like he gives us really weird vibes. Like he makes us uncomfortable. But kind of just way in agreeing, not in like in a very grounded sense of just like, yeah, he also makes us uncomfortable, not in like a anxious sense. Um, so that was really nice. And then I like chatted with them for like 2 hours, and we just like hung out in their room. I also like got my stuff out. I put a towel on the ground outside the window of my room and like shoved all my stuff onto the floor outside and then put it in my car that was in the driveway because I didn't want to walk in between like back and forth in the house and have him hear me and like know that I was there, or like have an incentive to come out. And you guys, like the scariest thing happened. It was like a horror movie. Um Kind of dramatic, but not really. So knowing that I did not want to talk to him, I heard him go outside, and he was like smoking cigarettes. So I knew in my head like, oh, he's probably going out to smoke. Um and he started like walking around the house, and I had my window wide open, and I turned off my light hoping that he'd like think I had just gone to sleep or something. And I just like hid like in the darkness to where you like couldn't see me through the window, but like if he walked forward and like looked in, he'd be able to see me. But he didn't. He just stood there facing my window, like 5 or 6 feet away from it. I could just hear him like there because he was that close, like smoking. And then at one point, he like took some steps closer, and I was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna like look in the window?" And that was the horror movie moment. And so I looked out, like I peeped my head out to where I could see him, and I saw his like cigarette in his feet, and I was like, it was like, oh my god, you guys, it was like really creepy. It was just a really freaky moment. And then, oh my god, wow. It's like, I don't not like reliving that moment. It's not fun. I, yeah, I need to process that for a moment. Give me a second. Yeah, it was just like, I did not like those vibes. I was like, please don't come over here. Like, please. I was praying. And I'm just laughing because, like, I don't pray like that, but I was like, do not let him come over here. Like, oh my God. And it was just like, oh my God, it was like really weird. It was like I knew on some level he knew I was right there. Oh God, like it was just so fucking weird. Anyways, ugh. And then I got my stuff in the car and my sister called me like while I was putting my stuff in the car. And that was really nice. And I told the people in the Airbnb, I was like, hey, like, can I get your number? Like the Buddhists. So I can text you when I come back because I'm gonna move my stuff out of my room. I'm gonna go book an inn. I'm gonna put all my stuff in my room and I'm gonna come back and get the rest of it. Because I had to get stuff out of the fridge, but I did not have space in my car. And I didn't want to like move shit around to make space. Like, you know what I'm saying? I needed to get out of there. And so I was like, I'm gonna go book it and put my stuff in the room so I have space to comfortably move the stuff out of my fridge. And like, from walking in the door, the fridge was like straight ahead, but my room was like back near his room. So that's why I didn't want to be moving in and out. And also, I just had to pack up my one bag with the stuff that I had in the fridge and then get out and go to my inn. And so I came back to do that after I booked the inn, which y'all, the inns in the area were like, normally it'd be like $50 a night to like $80 a night. They were $400 a night, 400 plus, because there was some event happening in the area. Or no, it was like 300 plus, but like $340 for like a basic inn, you know what I'm talking about? Like, ugh, so that was just like, what the hell? Um, but I mean, I was lucky that I got a room. Like, that was like the universe definitely watching out for me because everything was booked up in a 10-mile radius. And like, I could have driven out of the city, but I was like falling asleep at the wheel driving back to my Airbnb. Like, I was so exhausted from not sleeping the previous night and like processing what was happening to me. And I even tried to move into this house that day, but it was just like too much. Like, I started to panic. So I wasn't thinking clearly. And so I told the guy, I was like, I was literally on the phone with him, like about to pay him, but like shit was like being weird. And I was just like panicking basically. I didn't have enough energy to execute it. I was at my capacity. And I told him that I was like, I don't have the capacity to continue to like do this right now. Like, I'm gonna get back to you tomorrow. Because I had just been sexually harassed, you know, like I just like I wasn't able to do it. And that was fine, like that wasn't a problem. But I felt like I was making myself look like sketchy on his end, but that was just like not true at all. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Well, actually, I'll get into it right now. It ended up being like tons of people were trying to get this place, but no one had the funds. Like, no one had the money. Like, no one could have like afford to move in or like make pay. I don't even know. It was like really weird. Whatever he said, he just basically said like no one had the money. You're the only one that had the money, and I was like, okay. And he held it for me for like days. Held it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one had the money. Anyways, um, when I went back to get my food, the Buddhist couple, what were their names? I'm not gonna share the names, but yeah, they were out of the room and they had just prepared some food and they like offered me some. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I haven't had dinner. I'm fucking starving. I was gonna go eat fast food for like the umpteenth time. Like, you guys, like, I'm gonna get into that in a moment. Like, I can, but my body's getting really taxed by eating like this processed food. Like, I don't normally eat that food this frequently, and I've had to eat it a lot the last 3 weeks because I haven't had consistent access to a kitchen. But at the first Airbnb I was cooking, I made like a loaded potato soup, which had too much dairy. It upset my stomach, but it was really, really good. I felt good eating it. Like, it was very grounding. And then after that, you guys, I'm just getting the stress out right now. I've been really stressed. I made a chili. No, a stew. And the stew came out kind of like crappy because I used so many vegetables. So every time I'd eat it, it was just like really bland and like a lot of vegetables, but that ended up being really good. And that lasted me like a long time. I had like 2 full Tupperwares of it. I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to finish it. Before I left the Airbnb, like I was stressed about it just 'cause I didn't want to waste food, but I was able to finish it. It was very synchronistic. I like had the last serving of it the night before I had to leave. Yeah, so they offered me this food. It was so good, you guys. It was funny. They were like, no, no, like let me dilute it with cream. Like we like really spicy food, like Indian hot. And I was like, no, you guys, I'm good. I promise you, I'm good. And you guys, it was so good. And I was eating. They were like, oh, you are good. Like, okay, which was funny. Oh my god. It reminded me of the first time I tried birria with one of my past friends. She told me, she was like, don't have this hot sauce. It was like the ACEITE. I don't know how to pronounce it. Aceite, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. I got chills, so I think that's right. She was like, don't have this, and this one's like really spicy, like just do a little bit. And like, I was like, no, girl, like, I'm good. And I used all 3 of them, and I took a bite. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I was dipping in the consomme, and I was just like, oh my god, you guys, like, it was so good. That moment is forever ingrained in my memory because I was a little lifted, if you know what I mean. So it's like really hitting. And the look on her and her boyfriend's face, her husband was like, they were like, because Cheryl's, she's black. And her husband, her boyfriend is Mexican. And so they were just like, what's the white boy doing? What do you? I'm kicking my legs. It was so funny. And then Cheryl was like, damn, like I can't even eat this stuff. I was like, I don't know. I can't have spice like that anymore, but the Indian food that I had that they prepared for me or that they had made and gave me, it wasn't that spicy. Like it wasn't like, we'll put the birria at like 10 out of 10. There's like a 6 or a 7. Like it didn't even have much of an aftertaste in my mouth, but like that birria, like my mouth was burning, stinging. I'd say stinging for like 20 minutes afterwards. But like, I had had so many hot things before. Now I don't have hot things anymore because it really upsets my stomach. And I'm like too conscious of that now to like indulge in spice. I have to do it very sparingly, or I have to be very conscious over how much I'm consuming because it's just so uncomfortable feeling it move through me and come out the other end. Like it's just like, it's a really shitty experience now, and it's just not worth the spice. And also like, I was just seeking stimulation at the end of the day with that, I think. Like, yeah. But I really like sriracha still as like a flavor. Like sriracha is probably my favorite hot sauce, and Cholula. I really like Cholula for the flavor as well. And buffalo sauce, like buffalo, like wing sauce. I don't ever purchase that though, but those are my favorites. Anyways, so maybe that curry, no, it wasn't curry. I don't know what it was. I thought it resembled a curry, but I don't have much Indian food, so I don't really know. And it was really nice, and they were offering to send me home with some, or like to the inn with some, which was really sweet. They were gonna give me a Tupperware of it, but I was like, no, mostly because I didn't want to go back to the Airbnb and like return it. But that was a really kind gesture. Every time I film these videos, I'm like, my eyebrows are not aligned, but are they? Like, I can't tell. And then I do like that, and I feel like this one like goes lower. Or when I'm talking, it goes lower. That's so interesting. I think that's because I'm processing. Okay, whatever. Yeah, and then we had a really, really nice conversation in the room, and the girlfriend, she was an artist, and she was showing me her art. Her art was beautiful. Like, I would put a picture of it in here, but I don't have her permission, so I'm not gonna do that. It was so beautiful, and she made mandalas as well. And then her boyfriend, he played the flute, and he was into more of musical like arts. And then he like was playing the flute for us. And then they told me that one time when he played this song that's known in India for being very spiritual, is how they described it to me. Or no, I'll say exactly what they said. I was remembering it. They said the frequency of this song is very ancient and it's known to be very soothing, like a very healing frequency. They said when he played it here in the United States, or it might have also been where they used to live, which was a different state in America, that squirrels came and sat at their feet and just like watched them play it. They were like being serenaded. It was like the Pied Piper. And I was like, what? Like, I've never heard of that. And they said, yeah, like it was, they didn't think that was gonna happen. But the animals came and were like listening. And as soon as he stopped playing, the squirrels ran away immediately. That like blew my mind. And then they were like, yeah, everything's frequency and energy. And you're gonna understand this if you understand this. If you know, you know. The way they spoke of the knowledge of everything is frequency, sound, vibration, it was so like integral to how they viewed the world that like to hear them say that, it just felt so good. And like I got chills immediately and I told them that. I was like, wow, like you guys sharing that with me like just gave me chills because like I can tell like how that's so real. Like this is me speaking now, I'm gonna say this to them, how that's just like that is something so real that like you know, I was gonna say you believe, but it's a knowing. And to feel that knowing in the moment was like, oh my God, it was amazing. And just like being in that room with them, like talking about this stuff, like I just felt like so happy and blissful and like at peace. And I was so grateful that I was able to talk to them because I knew that I was gonna get along with them or just really enjoy their presence. And even when I said like, yeah, I wanted to come here and like feel out the area, the girl immediately said, oh, you're speaking at a deeper level. Oh, you're talking about being present. And I was like, oh my God, yes. Like, you understand what I'm talking about. She immediately understood what I was talking about. But even part of her, like, seemed to be like, oh, like, I didn't know you were perceiving at that level when you were speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very nice. Like, it was just a very nice connection to be, like, seen by them. And me to be able to, like, see them. I don't know. It was interesting. Just, like, you know, people being people. It was really nice. Anyways, and then I was like really, really tired. Like I said, I couldn't leave that city because I was like scared to drive. I also had a person 2 hours away that had offered to host me for the night, like a family friend, which would have been great, but I could not have driven that far and I didn't want to drive back. Like that was a 4 hour drive and like I'm not gonna lie, ever since I've been here, I've been exhausted. Like I have really low capacity each day because like there's just so much that's changing. And like I have to be really gentle with myself, so I just didn't want to do that. And so I left, I went to the inn and oh my God, it was so nice to just be in there, like in my own space and like away from that man. Oh, it was amazing. And then I knew that like the next day I was gonna contact the landlord of this place and set it up for me to move in, and I was really excited for that. Actually a little stressed because I don't have a bank here. So I was like, how I don't know how I'm gonna get that money. But that doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that. Anyways, yeah. Then I woke up the next day. I helped this girl pay for her room because she like really needed it, and it was really nice. And she told me like, you know, I used to work at Bojangles, and I used to do this for people all the time. Like I used to comp their meals and their drinks when they really needed it. So it's nice to receive that back. I did the same thing at Starbucks, and I told her that, and I was like, please don't even think twice about this, like because you need this. And like I got really, really zoned in, like present. Like this happens to me where like I just get super like like sucked out of my body, but also I think I'm getting pulled deeper in my body. Like and reality around me looks really diffused and like I just feel like I'm somewhere else, but I'm not, and it's not scary or anything. Actually, it feels very blissful and very peaceful. That happened to me before she walked in to the office, and I could really like sense and see that she was very distressed over whatever was happening. And like, I just wanted to relieve that pressure, or I felt called to relieve that pressure for her, and I did. And I didn't even really end up paying much. Like, she was short on the money, and I was like, I'll bridge that gap for her, like to the staff, because I was just like, if I were in her position and I had been in that state, literally the day before, like that pressure, that anxiety, I would have wanted someone to step up and relieve it for me if they could. And I have more, I have the capacity to do that for her, in the sense that I did it, financially. So I did that for her. And it was really nice. I gave her a hug too, because she just really looked like she needed it. And I'm getting really emotional because I didn't want her to walk away feeling like she owed me anything, because no, no. And like the people at the front desk kept saying like, oh, you're so like, this is such a good thing to do, like you're being a really good person right now. And I was like, it's nice to hear you say that, but like I don't need to hear that right now. Like I just want her to like not be so panicked. Like she just looks so stressed, like so panicked, and I was like, this is not fair. Like I don't want you to feel like that. So I gave her the hug, because I was like, girl, you're fine. Like this is not, like, please don't like feel guilty or feel like embarrassed or ashamed. Like I just really wanted to support you in this moment, because I can. Like there's no reason for me not to. Like that was really what it was. Like that nothing in me was saying don't do this. It was just like, what, like please, like you know what I'm saying. Like why not? And so I did that, and I'm really glad I'm crying, because I have needed to like release at this level. I feel so good. I just didn't want to like get all down there right now. But after that, I think I went to a library. Yeah, I did. That library was really nice. Airbnb had contacted me because I told them what had happened. Like, I called them the day before and like told them, like, customer support, what had happened. And like a blessing had come. If you see on my TikTok, you might have seen like what this was, but they said like, we're gonna reimburse your full trip. I had booked 5 days. I stayed 1 night, or 4 nights. I stayed 1 night, and it was like not super expensive, but like I don't want to be spending that money if I'm not going to be there. And so they said, we're going to refund you fully, and we will pay for the other 3 nights that you spend in an inn. It's like I didn't even have to pay for that really expensive fee because of the like whatever, there was events happening around where I had to stay. And then that night, like I just hung out in the library and like filmed readings and did a lot of logistical stuff. I had a coffee, so I was able to like bust it out. And then I went to find an inn, and I ended up staying at a Marriott, because it was my last night like out in the inns or hotel. This is a hotel. Before I had my place, I had been in an Airbnb or a hotel for like 2.5 weeks at that point. And I was like, let me go have a nice experience. Like, I want to have a nice bath that I know is going to be clean. I want to have an option to do laundry if I want to. I want to have, like, a nice atmosphere. And honestly, I regretted that because, like, I don't know, like, I'll give an example of why. It was just giving weird vibes. Like, there was no microwave in the room. You had to pay for the Wi-Fi. Girl, if I knew you had to pay for the Wi-Fi, I would not have gone in there. And I ended up just playing Overwatch like the whole afternoon, which was really nice. I like really needed that. And then I like hung out in bed and like ate my lunch that I had gotten earlier, which also something really magical happened with that. I had gotten lunch that morning, or that, I say morning because I got it right after I helped that girl, which is right after I had woken up. A lot of good things were happening to me this day. Like helping that girl was really nice. And before that, the hotel staff, the same people that I was talking to, they were like, oh, you're really nice for doing this. Like, this is a really like good thing to do. Like one of them had knocked, actually the like, whoever cleans the room knocked on my door, and I was in my bed naked because I thought checkout was at 2:30 for some reason. But with what I've shared, my brain was not very present with what was going on. I also needed rest. So I was hoping I could just like hang out in the room for a while. like just literally like hang out and like be in bed or like watch something on the TV, like kind of like zone out, but bang, 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 bang. And she was like, open up, like you need to open up. And I kept telling her, I was like, okay, please give me a moment. And then she like banged on my door 3 times, like crazy. And I say crazy because it was just like bang, 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 bang. Like she's used to people, I don't know, like bumming it. I don't know. And then the man came and he banged on my door too. And he was like, you need to open up. And I was like, please give me a moment to put fucking clothes on. And I get up and I put my clothes on. I open the door and I was like, I open it all the way. And I was like, hey, like, I thought checkout was 2:30. It is 11. Like I'm going to, this is all the stuff I have. I brought barely anything from my car into the room because I knew I was just gonna have to leave the next day. Like, you know, I was just trying to sleep in there. And I was like, it's gonna take me like 10 minutes to pack this stuff up and then I'll be gone. Like, is that okay? And he was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Like, we have many other rooms to check. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, damn. But, you know, they're obviously not expecting that cooperation, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I have something like this. Oh, Christ. Oh, you guys. There is a dog that is locked in a like a fenced in, like whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on. Right down the street from me. It barks 24/7, you guys. It's stressing me the fuck out. It makes the other dogs bark. There's a dog next to it that'll start barking. There's a dog across the street that'll start barking. The dog across the street from me, like that is my direct neighbor. That dog will bark at me if I'm just getting out of my car, if I'm in my front yard. These dogs are out 24/7. I'm just like, what? I've never seen anything like this. Like, I know this happens and this exists, but like, it's really stressing me the fuck out, you guys. Oh my god. And in my head, I'm like, can I stay here with this? Because I'm really sensitive to noise like that. It's like, it's really stressful for me. I was honestly spiraling earlier today because I was just like, I can't deal with this. I cannot have this be constant. And like, I don't know what to do about it. Believe me, I've been researching. So if you have suggestions, like, please leave them down below. Because it's like, it's really stressing me out. And the dogs are stressed, you guys. Like, they are stressed. Anyways. After I leave the hotel, I'm not even at the Marriott yet, y'all. This is still me at the inn. I get lunch. I have hella leftovers. I leave the leftovers there. I go to the library. They throw the leftovers away. I call them. I'm like, can you get me, like, they offered to redo the meal. I'm like, please redo the meal. Yes, because I was planning on having that for dinner. And I go back, so I get a fresh, you know, meal, which was really nice. And they just did it for me, like, no questions asked. I was like, thank you. And so I had that at the Marriott, and I just like watched one of my favorite streamers playing, and then I watched him like throughout the whole night. He streamed for like 7 hours that day. So I watched that like while I ate my dinner, and then I went and I drew myself a bath, and then I was like, well, fuck it, like I'm almost out of this like toner for my hair. And so I mixed like the rest of the toner with conditioner and made a really like, you're supposed to tone it in the shower. I just put it on my hair dry, like hair dye. And I let that sit for like, I don't know, maybe an hour. I thought it was going to turn my hair like very, very, very gray, but it just got rid of all of the warm tones in the areas that it would take, which looked really nice, and it still looks really nice. And I really like it. Like, I don't know if you can tell from my previous videos, and it's hard to tell because this light is like a warm light, but it's just like, there's only really warm tones up here and like right on my ends because my hairstylist was messing it up. But yeah, that was fun. And then I went to sleep and I had a really nice night's sleep. And then I woke up early to try and get some logistical stuff done, which I couldn't get done, which got me really upset. But then I did some other logistical stuff. And then I had a Reiki session that day with my new friend that I met in a different city. And so I went and I met with her. And then later that day, I went and met with my landlord and moved in. And this is where things take a turn for the worst. So the day prior, I pulled the tower card for this day, which I thought was really weird because I was moving into my house, which I had been waiting to move into a house, period. Like, I moved here with the intention to move into a house. So, like, why is that coming up when I'm finally getting what I've wanted? And I had that Reiki session, and I knew I was just gonna have like a really nice time with the person who provides the service because they're a friend of mine that I've met here. And I did. I had a really nice time with her. Like, I got to cuddle with her cat, which I miss my cat. I love cats. Like, cats have such good energy. So it was just like really nice to be loved by that animal and loved by her and have her work on my body. She put me in a really deep meditative. She took me into a deep meditation. I didn't get into a deep meditative state. It's very difficult for me to do. My mind doesn't like to let go of like perceiving, which is fine. Yeah. I get here. I look at the outlet in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, there's a bug in it. And then I turn around and I look at the shelf and I'm like, oh, there's some bugs on the shelf. Baby, there are roaches. There is a roach infestation in the kitchen. I was not okay, you guys. Oh, I was spiraling and no, I literally just want to like break down something. Oh my god, like, and then I opened the fridge and the fridge had like crumbs and dead roaches in it and dead bugs. And I was like, what? And then I opened the freezer and the freezer had a ton of mold in it. And I told my landlord before he left, I was like, hey, like, I opened the fridge and there's like a lot of mold in there. And he was like, yeah, it was turned off. So just clean it. No! And then the floors were dirty and everything was dirty. And I was like, oh my god, they didn't clean it before I came in. And there's roaches. And I used to be really, like, really big germaphobe. So, like, ever since I've been here, I'm like washing my hands too much. My hands are getting dry and cracking. They're not cracking, but like if I keep washing them, they're gonna crack. Oh my god. And I was just like leaving dead roaches in the kitchen because I couldn't clean it. And also, I didn't believe that I had to, and then I was trying to get my landlord to get a cleaner help. They weren't getting a cleaner. They did get pest control the next day, which was really nice. And the pest control said it wasn't as bad as I was thinking, and it's not. It's not that bad. It's not. But, like, every time I say that, I'm like gaslighting myself to be okay with it. I'm not okay with this. Oh, I'm really not okay. Like, the only pest I've ever had to deal with are ants, and I didn't mind those. Like, I don't know why, but ants don't gross me out, but the roaches, they be grossing me out. I think it's the media. Like, I'm trying to be friends with them. I'm trying to, like, have it be okay, but it's not. Because I'm, like, scared to move any of my stuff in because I don't want the roaches to, like, infest it. And, like, I don't even think that's how it works, but, like, I also don't want them touching my stuff. And, like, I need a microwave in here because I don't feel comfortable cooking in the kitchen yet. But I don't want to get a microwave because I don't want the roaches to get in the microwave and then have to, like, worry about the microwave. Like, this is where I'm at. Like, I'm just, like, really not stable. Like, that's what I meant by I'm unstable. So every day I just kind of wake up and I have 3 safe zones. This room, they're never really in. Like, the first night I stayed here, I woke up like 4 hours after I went to sleep and I had made the mistake of leaving my pizza box out on the bed. I passed out. My body was so tired, you guys, and so stressed, and my nervous system was so overwhelmed. I just passed out with the lights off and my pizza box on my bed with pizza in it, which I was planning to seal in a plastic bag and leave somewhere that they couldn't get, or like, yes, like completely seal that food. Like I had Tupperware that I could seal it in, but I passed out. And so there were sticks, juvenile, like so small baby roaches on the ground, like so tiny. Oh God. And I like turned on the light, or I got up and I was just like, turned on the light. They like left or whatever. I don't even remember. Because I was just like, oh my God, like I cannot be doing this. Like I just wanted to get up and get out. You know what I'm saying? The kitchen smells so musty because they're in there, and I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's really stressing me out. Things are improving. They're dying. They're infesting. They're killing themselves with the poison. The pest control came out the next day. I got a cleaner because I was like, I need someone to come clean this. She did a half-assed, fucking lazy-ass job. I used to be head of the cleaning operations at Starbucks, so I know what clean looks like. She was pissing me off just because, like, she couldn't do the cleaning. Like, she didn't know how to clean. And, like, fuck me, I guess, for being impatient, but, like, what she did that gave me so much peace of mind was she did fully mop the floors, and I just needed to know that the floors I were walking on were sanitized because, like, roaches, you know what I'm saying? They had had free reign of this place for like 3 weeks, and the previous tenants didn't say anything about it, but they knew they were here because it was like raiding the cabinets. I'm like, oh my God, like, it has been a time with me and these damn roaches. Like, luckily, I've gotten rid of all of their nests that I could see or access, but that took me a period of days because it was just like, oh my God, like, I just could not spend time in the kitchen. And I like told my landlord, I was like, can you reimburse me for like a month's rent because I can't even cook? Like, and I'm so tired of eating out. But it did, like, and this is a true bright side. It gave me an opportunity to explore the restaurants in this city because there's not many. And so that was a good experience. Like I had a nice time. And I keep being able to take home leftovers and have like basically a really big dinner, be fine, and have like a snack. Like I have like bars that I have sealed. You guys, my face is like, oh my God. I'm stressed. I have bars that I've sealed in the closet. And so I have that for like a snack. And then in the morning, I go to the 7-Eleven right down the street, and no one there minds that I just like use their microwave, which it's not very dirty. I don't really care. And so I go and I just microwave my stuff. I go to the library. I eat it outside the library, and I go in the library and I just hang out in the library for like 4 or 5 hours, sometimes 3. And so I know the library staff. I've met them. They're really nice. It's been nice to be in the library. If you ever need like the dog's been barking this whole video and it just started barking again, and I'm just like, it's 1 in the morning. They've been barking from 9:30 to 1 in the morning, and last night I stayed up really late. I was here from like 8:30 or 9. I stayed up till 6 in the morning. The dogs were barking. There's like 3 around me that bark, but it's really that one back there that is the biggest issue. I discerned that today. From the time I got home, 8 or 9, to 3 or 4 in the morning. And like, it's not constant, but there's more barking than there is silence. Like, this is not okay. I don't really understand that from the owner's perspective. Like, I don't know how you think that's okay. God, anyways, like, I'm gonna try and talk to them, but I already tried to do that and it didn't go bad, but Girl, I was like, what is this, honey? It did not go like. It was not good. I was basically told, like, yeah, they just bark. No, I ain't okay with that. I know another person here who doesn't have a dog, and I'm gonna talk to them about it and just like see what's going on, like with that. But anyways, those damn roaches. The cleaning lady also told me the roaches aren't that bad, and she told me like, if I'm not seeing improvement with pest control, like, oh, all power to you to do the pest control yourself. But again, like, I'd want to be reimbursed by my landlord for that treatment because I can do it myself. I'm actually like more than willing to do that, but I don't want to pay out of pocket for the treatment. And I'd be doing the property a service if I did that. Also, there's a lot of space on the land that I'm on, which is another reason why the fucking dogs barking pisses me off, because it's like they don't know what is theirs and what is not. Like, the dog across the street from me is barking at me in my driveway, like 30 feet away from, they're 40 feet away from me. I'm like, honey, you can't. I'm not, like, you can't be barking at me like that. Like, anyways. Y'all, it's like, it's just like really stressing me out. Like, I'm just like thinking so far in the future, and I'm like, I cannot stay here if that is continuously happening and be comfortable. Like, I don't want to wear earplugs all the time or noise canceling headphones. Like, I came here to like be outside in my backyard, like laying in the sun. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I don't want to think about that anymore. It's like it's really stressful for me. And like talking about it, it's just making it feels like a big can of worms. But anyways, I don't want to cook in my house, and all my stuff is still in my car, which is really stressing me out as well, because I thought that I'd be able to have all my stuff out of my car at this point, and it's been in my car for like 3 weeks, and I'm just like, I don't want to bring it in because there's roaches. And this is where I'm at. And like stuff keeps like going wrong in the house, but it's not wrong. It's just like the landlord didn't tell me about certain things, like the hot water was off, and it was really easy to turn on, but like it's just like I'm at max capacity. So anything that's not working, especially after those damn roaches, is like the hot water in for just the shower goes lukewarm after like 5-10 minutes, and I don't understand about that. Like, I like to take hot baths. So like, what's that about? But I'm sure that's like an easy fix, and this place is newly renovated, so it's very nice compared to other places that are around that have been neglected or not upkept well. Like, they smell old. Like, other places that I looked at, they smell like, I don't know how else to describe it, not in a good way. Like, it just is like bad energy. And here is like very fresh. And like you can tell it was done recently. Like, it's very nice. But the previous tenants did not leave it in a good condition. Clearly, like, it was dirty and there's roaches. But there's like a ton of gaps all over the place. Because I guess when they renovated it, like, they weren't really thinking about that. Like, I don't know. That's also stressing me out. Like, this is not my house, you know, I'm a renter. But I told them, I was like, there's a lot of gaps. So like, you're supposed to fill those gaps if there's roaches. But I don't know. There's not, like, I haven't seen many adult roaches. And every time I do research, it's like, well, they could be like in the walls, and the juveniles are the ones that are out because they don't know better. But like, I've seen one adult the whole time I've been here, and it didn't even look that big. Like, it looked like it was like there's no food here. And their last stronghold is under the fridge, which I turned on, which makes it more of a desirable place for them to be. But that's actually good. I want them to congregate under the fridge and under the oven because there's a ton of like powder poison under there and it's killing them. Like, they're dying, like, a lot. This is nasty, but I'll be in my room and it's so quiet here, except for when them dogs are barking, which really, that's why it fucking pisses me off. It's like silent besides birds and the wind, and then those dogs bark and it's so fucking loud. And they bark for so long, anywhere from like 2 minutes to I swear to God 30 minutes. Like, I triggered one of the dogs earlier just on a walk. That bitch was barking for fucking 30 minutes. And I could hear it like half a mile away. I'm like, babe, you cannot be having your dog doing that. Like, that is so like inconsiderate. Like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you even like existing with that? Like, what? And this is not like a one-off thing, you guys. Like, this is like a lot. I don't want to be talking about it like this because I don't want to make it worse or like put the energy out or stress myself out like thinking about it. But anyways, like, I forgot what I was saying, but the previous tenants, like, there's no bathtub plug. And I'm like, so did you guys like lose it or was there never one? Like, I don't know, it's just like weird. And like left shit. Like, there was a Gatorade bottle that had been sitting in this room for 3 weeks. I'm also grateful this bed is not mine. Like, this bed was in here and the landlord or the previous tenants left it. This is where their son was sleeping, so I was actually able to move in and not have to order a bed because, oh my God, you guys, if I had a bed right now, I wouldn't have a frame for it. I would be, oh God, I'd be stressed the fuck out sleeping on the floor with these damn roaches. But like I said, they're not really leaving the kitchen. Anyways, all I remember was gonna say, they don't have food, and their only food source is poison trap. Like, apparently they can eat glue, so I might be eating that shit in the walls, but like the good food that's gonna be around the fridge and around the oven, like grease and stuff, baby, that's all poisoned. Like, it's poison, and then I drove them out of the counters. It's just crazy even saying that because they were in the fucking countertops and the shelves and shit, and it's just like, I am just not looking forward to deep cleaning that, but I'm gonna take my time doing it because I want it to be deep cleaned, and I know how to deep clean that stuff really well. But it's just like, I paid someone to do it and they didn't do it, and like I have to do it, and it's like that kind of thing where it's like I'm thinking about it with like, if you don't do it, you know the job's not gonna get done how you want it to be done, and like I need it like for my peace of mind. I need to know there ain't roaches moving through that kitchen, and I need to know that I did a deep clean, and yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, it sucks with the dogs barking because like I want to take a walk through my neighborhood and like I don't have to walk where they are. It's a very, very short area to where the dog is, where I trigger it, so I can walk elsewhere. But like daily walking is really important for me right now, because my body's hurting as well. Like, I have a chain that's been flared, I think, ever since I got here. Like, it started on my neck. I had a lot of neck pain at my first Airbnb just because I think I'm so stressed. And like my physically, you know what I'm like, I can't cook the food that nourishes my body. I can't stretch in my house right now because I don't want to bring in my yoga mat, which like I can do that now. I feel okay. But like, I can't go out and walk in the neighborhood because the fucking dogs. Like, I don't want to be out of the house because I don't have the energy. Like my body's very tense. And I want to like sit outside, but like I can't sit outside yet because I don't have a chair to sit out on. I can sit on my steps, but that's uncomfortable for my body. I want to lay down on the grass. But there's bugs. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, oh God. And so my body is just like really unstable right now. And it's like, it's causing me a lot of neck pain. Which the Reiki did not help with. I told her, I was like, can you please like target my neck? I don't know how this even works, but that did not work. Oh, and then at my first Airbnb, that camper, I did I stretched for probably an hour and a half. I was in a flow state when I was doing it, which I was not expecting to have happen, and it didn't feel like it was happening when I did it. But I'm saying it like this because I just caused my body more stress because I pushed it to release, and that just caused it to tense up more because it doesn't feel safe to release right now. So it was kind of like I was just putting more strain on my neck, on my lower back, and it just like it inflamed it, and it's just been inflamed since then. And yeah, it's like it's not too bad, but it's been getting better since I did the Reiki. I feel like that stressed me out too. I'm just like, fuck. Like, oh my god. I don't have muscle pain. And like also, like, I don't have anywhere to sit besides my bed in the house yet. Okay. It's crazy. I'm in like bind after bind after bind, which is, I'm doing quotes because like, I have so much freedom and I have so much time to get this shit worked out. But it's just like, I'm in the thick of it right now. I'm like so deep in the thick of it. And it's like, ugh, I'm just glad that I'm able to like vent here because it's just like, it's been fucking hard. And it's like, I have no one here. I have many people who've offered to assist me. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to find like a couch and a bed frame and like order a mattress. But like, I don't want to order that stuff off Amazon. Like, I want to try and find it secondhand. But I can't fit it in my car right now because my car's full. And I need to unload my car, but I don't have anywhere to put the stuff because there's nothing in here. Yeah, it's like that's where I'm at. I made some progress today. I got some cleaning supplies and I cleaned because the girl I told you she didn't know how to clean. Well, she didn't sweep thoroughly and then she mopped, so she like moved around a bunch of dirt and shit. So I cleaned, like I let that dry, and then yesterday I didn't do anything about it, and then today I got a broom and I swept it up. So I'm making progress, and it feels good to acknowledge that because I am, and I'm like self-soothing right now because I'm just like, fuck. But I'm making progress, and I have so much time. And the roaches are dying. And I'm really lucky because this house has good insulation because the area that I'm in, the temperatures have been really fucking crazy. Like, it's been so hot in the summers, which is not normal. It's climate change. It's been frigid in the winters here, and it's not normal. This is normally a very temperate area. It's on the equator. This is happening back home as well. I'm from California. But I'm really lucky because this has a good HVAC system. I don't know exactly what that stands for, but it has heating and cooling. And I, right now, would prefer to have the windows open because it is a very temperate time. But those fucking dogs barking, it's like, fuck. Like, I don't want to have the windows open. Like, I can hear them so acutely, and it's just like, which sucks because I'm gonna have to have the air running pretty much all summer. Then in the winter with the heat, it's like, this is my opportunity to not have it running, and there's those fucking dogs barking. And it's like, I don't have a job right now, so I'm here. And this does not stop during the day either. It's just constant. And at this point, y'all, I'm just like, feel like I'm complaining after complaining, but I need to get this shit out. I need to like vent it somewhere. So thanks for listening. If you guys have any advice or like kind words, like please share them. I could really use it right now. Like, it would just be nice to like have someone reflect back to me what's going on because it's just like, it's fucking stressful. I am finding a lot of moments in the day where I have a lot of peace. Like when I go and eat my breakfast at the library after going to the 7-Eleven. Takes me like literally less than a minute to get to the 7-Eleven and less than a minute to get to the library. Like this, I live in a very small area. So that's nice. Like, I can leave my house and know that I'm going to be at the library in less than 10 minutes when I'm leaving. It's because it, time to like warm up my food at the 7-Eleven and then get over there. But yeah, it's been nice to eat outside of the library and then go in. Have a space that's contained and silent. Silent, heavy on the silent. But then I come back to like a fucking vacant, empty house, and it's just like, fuck, I don't want to furnish this. And I mentioned this in some other video that I've posted, but this place, like, for instance, doesn't have a washer and dryer. And there's no hookups for that, so that wasn't an option for me to get in this house. And it also doesn't have like a microwave. Like, it doesn't have like a full kitchen. I don't know if that's considered a full kitchen. And some other stuff that I was looking for, but it has space around it for me to go and like garden on or like build on if I want to do that, like set up outside. And it has a lot of very beautiful trees and nature, and that's what I was looking for when I moved here. Like, I want a house that was like surrounded by nature in a very quiet area, and the area is quiet when those fucking dogs aren't barking. It's literally so peaceful. Like right now, if I open my window, you just hear like silence. Let me see. No, it's locked, and I can't be bothered to open it right now. But yeah, it's really nice, like in that aspect. And also it's small. That's what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be easy for me to furnish it and have it look full without having to spend a ton of money on a lot of furniture, which a lot of the other places that I was looking at, they were so big. And like, I don't have much furniture that I was just like, it just looked so daunting for me. And this is such like a privileged thing to say, which is like, I hate that I'm even having to say that. But like, that's my inner critic coming through. Like, someone's gonna be hating on me, which that man who sexually harassed me was. He was like, oh, you must be rich, you must be rich. I'm like, babe, shut up. Like, literally shut up. Like, you don't know anything about me. You don't know what the hell I've done. You don't know who the fuck I am, where the fuck I've been. Not that you even need to, but like, why are you stereotyping me? Like, rude as fuck. He also kept being like, so you just think like you can like be here? And I was like, yes. He wasn't saying it like this, but he kept being like, wow, like I'm really impressed with you being able to just like move here alone. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, I would never do that. Like, everywhere I go, like, people suck. And I was like, well, everywhere I go, people are great. Because they are. Like, what the fuck? My really don't work like yours. Like, stop. Don't bring that negative ass energy around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was pissing me off. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyways. Yeah, so I'm really excited to decorate and furnish in here because, like, I have visions. I want it to be, like, really cozy, and it is already super, like, a cozy space. It's very small. And, like, I've been looking... The last place that I had to be able to decorate was so horrible. And I'll get into that another day, but it was, like... I was in fight or flight every day, y'all. It's, like, terrible when I think back to that time. I was, like, smoking just to stay... If you know, you know. Just to stay, like... I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because that's how it felt. But now I'm here, and I feel so grateful to have this space to build in. And it's gonna be really nice. There's just like some stuff, like those roaches and the hot water thing with the bathroom. I don't know if I mentioned that, but there's something weird going on with that. And possibly this window that's broken is getting fixed this weekend, or that's what they told me. But like, my landlord renovated this place, so I feel comfortable, like, knowing that, like, if I make things known, he's gonna come fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's his property. And he knows, like, he just put in all this work within the last 2 years, maybe a year. And this place was like a dump, pretty much. Oh, there's also a bunch of trash out, like, side that the previous tenants left. which really pissed me off because I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like cigarette butts, plastic, cardboard boxes, plastic containers, drinks. Like, why? Why did you do that? Like, that is so shitty. I opened the crawl space under the house. There's fucking a suitcase in there. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, you're renting, like, why? Like, I don't, especially the cigarette butts. Like, I hate that those are like all on the floor. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It makes me so upset. I asked my landlord, like, do you have anything I can use to pick that up? And he does. He has one of those things to grab, which is exactly what I was envisioning. So manifested that, babes. Like, that's what I wanted. Because, like, I don't mind cleaning that up. It's just, like, it makes me so sad to see that shit everywhere when I go outside. And, like, I just want to clean it up and, like, make it look nice. Like, that's something that I would enjoy doing. Like, yeah. As long as that damn dog ain't barking at me. And the dog that like barking at me across the street, it actually wasn't out the last couple of days during the day, which was really nice, but then it's out at night. Like the other day I came back after having dinner in the park and it was just barking at me and I was like, can I not like enter my house in peace? Like, what the fuck's going on? And that time it didn't bother me because I was like a little I had a drink, so I was like a little like died down. But anyways, I also went to a coffee shop in the town today, which I didn't know they had one in the town. And I met the owner and one of her like baristas. I don't know if that's what they call them. Well, yeah, they work at a coffee shop. And it was really sweet. It was nice. Like, that's gonna be a nice like little neighborhood coffee shop for me to go and like meet people. And one of the people who is that told me that that's the vibe and it was like, I'll see you. I told her, I was like, well, then I'll see you here again. Like, I'll be here. And it was really nice. And I really liked the coffee as well. But I also have my own coffee machine in my car, but like the roaches don't have food. So I'm not going to bring that shit in until I have either a comfortable way for me to store it or I'm, oh my God, like comfortable knowing that they're not going to get to it, but they're going to get to it. Like, I don't want them in my coffee machine. Yeah. There's a moth here. I also saw a Luna moth earlier, but that's all I have to say. I'm gonna go now. It's late, and I still want to play some Overwatch and then go to sleep. Yeah. So thanks for listening. I'll talk to y'all later. I have some videos I need to edit. I'm probably gonna edit one tomorrow and post it, but I posted a reading today. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Bye.